Chapter 8, the foundation of personal relationships. So the communication climate is the overall feeling or emotional mood between people that is shaped by verbal and nonverbal interaction between them. So either feeling warm or cold, safe or anxious, accepting or rejecting, can feel open around people or guarded. And understanding this will give insight into why you feel relaxed and comfortable or uneasy and defensive in your relationships. So either you feel like you have to be guarded around them or you feel comfortable. And there are different features of satisfying relationships. There are 4 critical factors for building and sustaining satisfying relationships: investment, commitment, trust, and comfort. Investments is what we put into relationships that we cannot retrieve if the relationship were to end. So investing our time, energy, thought, and feelings in the interaction. And then commitment is the decision to remain in the relationship. It is a decision and not a feeling. So you make a choice to be committed to the. Next is trust, which involves believing in another's reliability and effort to look out for our welfare and our relationship. So we trust others as they prove they are reliable, show their care, and make investments to enrich the relationship. Last is comfort with relational dialectics, which opposing forces or tensions that are continuous and normal in personal relationships. These tensions are normal but can be frustrating if we don't understand them or label them as normal. So below is the 3 different ones. So the chart below describes the 3 different ones. There is autonomy versus connection, and autonomy refers to independent actions by a single partner. And then the connection would be referring to joint actions by both partners. So it's either like you need your own space or you'd want to do something together with them. And then novelty versus predictability. Novelty concerns doing something new. And then the next with novelty was predictability, which is doing something in a familiar or routine way. So you would like the familiar rhythms and routines of the relationships, or you would see that you need to do something new and different. Next, and the last one is openness versus closeness. Openness means freely sharing the information, and you like to share information with someone else, or you like to keep things more private and have certain things that you don't want to talk about with someone and you don't want to share with them, and you would just rather keep that private. Okay, and the next is negotiating the tensions. So there's 4 different ways partners can handle tension that is generated by the opposing needs. So the first one is neutralization, which is negotiating a balance between 2 needs. So each need is met to an extent, but neither is fully satisfied. So the example would be a couple might have a fairly consistent balance between the amount of novelty and the amount of routine in their relationship. The next one is selection, which is giving priority to one need and neglecting the other. An example of that is coworkers might engage exclusively in routine communication, while some partners might have different cycles for that one. And then separation is applying one need to certain spheres of interaction and opposing the dialectical needs to other aspects. An example for that one, employees might work independently on most tasks, but operate very interactively in open, specific teams. The next is reframing. Reframing is partners redefine contradictory needs as not in opposition. And then in the book, it talks about how these healthy relationships exist when the people in them create satisfying communication climate by investing, making a commitment, developing trust, and learning to understand these different tensions that exist. So last is the activity that's on page 251, the end of chapter 8. It might go by too fast on here if you want to just look at your book and do it. So it's what have you invested in your closest friendships, romantic relationships, and workplace relationships. So with each question, you can just write down the friends and then how that relates to it, and then your romantic relationships and workplace relationships. So with number 1, how much time have you spent in each relationship? You'll just write like different situations for friends, and then if you're in a relationship, romantic relationship, or the workplace.